bringing grassroots movements together, building solidarity, globalizing justice. The Social Movements Working Group opens spaces to overcome geographic, linguistic, and cultural barriers, strengthening solidarity and mutual support for more cohesive alliances and a collective voice in campaigns to demand and secure economic, social, and cultural rights. The Social Movement Working Group and other ESCR-Net members collaborate to hold corporations accountable, analyze international trade agreements, and use legal strategies to claim economic, social, and cultural rights.
Sometimes social movements are looked at as if we are just local, and then we are relegated to local case studies. In fact, we are grounded in our communities, but we are also linked across countries and throughout the world. One example is the campaign to get the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples adopted by the United Nations General Assembly. When we were going to these meetings, we were over 1,000, but we were a global movement. We were not a local movement. We were consciously linking with each other, considering ourselves a global force, and making the statement that we are very central to whatever problems and crisis that the world is addressing. We are all small in our own communities, but we are linked internationally, and it's a really, really strong force. Can you imagine all the governments, well, 144 governments, agreeing that yes, you do have rights, we are going to correct this historical injustice, and yes, this very high standard of rights you're really entitled to.
Mas também em nível nacional e internacional, sempre priorizamos o estabelecimento de relações com outras organizações que tenham este corte de visão do mundo com justiça social, pensando na dignidade da pessoa humana.
With climate change, global warming, and now this economic crisis, the world's in a much different place than it has been for a very, very long time. And so those problems or obstacles may actually be creating opportunities for this expansion of education, for people to come together and to rethink the structures that have really been imposed on people around the world for several hundred years, through colonialism, through capitalism.
E como essa estratégia global, isso tem feito com que os movimentos comecem a fazer lutas comuns, mais conexões, sob pena de não conseguir, de inclusive serem derrotados.
Being in a network is a form of strengthening what you are doing, and then to the kind of respect that you get when you go back to your own country is important. Because when I first started doing this work, when you talk, nobody not really taking you on. But after the years going to the international, connecting with the international groups, people start to give you respect.
I'm so excited to see the other social movement, grassroots organization, who are working like us. Because before that, we thought, okay, we are only one who fighting with the military government, with the military, with the influential person, with the landlords.
É importante a participação numa rede internacional como a rede ESC, porque os problemas que nós vivemos hoje dentro do nosso país ou no continente latino-americano não são só problemas latino-americanos nem brasileiros. Você tem influências das crises internacionais, influências das empresas transnacionais que atuam em muitos países, e aqui você tem a oportunidade de fazer uma reflexão geral sobre os problemas. Você tem a oportunidade de conhecer estratégias que podem ser aplicadas no âmbito local. Você tem o conhecimento de outras organizações que já desenvolvem estratégias e que a gente pode se valer desse acúmulo para melhorar a qualidade do nosso trabalho. Então, essas são, vamos dizer assim, questões importantes para estar presente num evento como esse.
We have to build networks internationally. In order for us to fight for the rights of human beings, the cry has to go all the way around, and that way we'll be in a better place.
It brings people together, people who are sharing the same aspiration, the people who want to change the world to be a world of justice and dignity of all human rights.
We need to come together and sit down and really think through strategically, how do we move human rights agenda forward? How do we educate the companies and the general public that the way things have been going is not only hurting poor people, indigenous people, marginalized people, but it hurts them as well, because we all breathe the same air, we all drink the same water, and we all need land to sustain life. And I don't think that one group, one organization, one academic, and one lawyer is going to solve this. This is a global problem, and we as people of this planet need to come together and work together and figure out solutions.
Muungano nguvu yetu. Our unity, our strength.